You're about to witness a seismic event.
Hey, you're listening to Skitball.
Huh? It's Bags.
Skitbags.
Radio.
Hello out there in the universe. Welcome to Skitbags Radio. What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yo, we got some friends of the Skitbags fam up in the house. Actually, you're not even a friend, bro. You are a fam. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I had to back. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
dude, it's self-correct. I had to backtrack. I'm sorry. My apologies.
That's all good. Y'all forgot about your boys, okay?
Right?
Y'all
Well,
feelings now.
For those out you listening, you're gonna remember the epic Zoe Johnson, stand-up comedian extraordinaire. Ex-stripper? Were you really a stripper? Oh shit! We're gonna have to get into
my
that.
My nickname was Chocolate Shake. It was Chocolate Shake, and yes, I had to retire from that though. You know, the women did me bad. So,
Bro, we're gonna have to put a bookmark in that because I was a stripper too. We're gonna come back, back in Florida. Oh yeah.
I heard, man.
All right. Well, anyways, we got my two co-hosts, my brethren from another motherin in the house. What up, Neil?
Cheer. Life of Neil the Great in the building. You know what it is. It's 2018.
Holding down the soulful soul sounds of Mr. C.
Yeah, the soulful sounds on a quiet storm, soft and warm. Mr. C, aka Poppy Carlo, coming fucks with it. Skitbags fam, ding dong show fam. Wake up and get down, nigga.
Bro, your voice is perfect for a smooth jazz radio station.
Totally.
Yeah, next up, Teddy Pendergrass.
It's a dude named Kevin Nash on, I think, 102.3. He always try to sound sexy. Like, the next song coming out, it's gonna make you wet.
That sounds like a rape. That sounds rapey. That's rapey. That sounds like he just got finished in a tussle. That song. What? Give me a second. I gotta get my dick out of rib that I fucked her in. Like, good. Okay. Damn, nigga, scary ass nigga.
I know that is scary.
Well, welcome to 2018, guys. Our second episode of the year. It feels fucking dope. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
We start off every episode with a breakdown of a movie, a TV show, or a stand-up special. And because we have stand-up extraordinaire with us today, we're going to talk about some stand-up, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that new Dave Chappelle special?
What was up with that intro?
Yeah, no, right?
I don't know, man. It just had me all excited. I just had to do something different.
They would never even announce it if it won an award like that. Like, no one would ever say.
They would reverse their award decision as I was announcing it. Oh, come on. Nope, not having the award anymore. Doesn't get it after that.
And that rap shit up here.
All right. I'm sorry, Dave. Sorry, I disrespected your shit. My bad. But his two new specials, Equanimity, is that how you pronounce it?
Is that
I think it's Equanimity.
Equanimity.
It's not Equanimity like Outcast.
The Year of Aquarius.
Yeah, that's what I first thought. That's what came out. And then what's it? The Bird Revelation is the second one.
The Bird.
That was at the Comedy Store, right?
Yeah, that was the one.
Belly room.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Comedy Store.
That's the one that ended with like the 20-minute monologue. That was all like, whoa, this is not a joke. This is a real story.
Yeah. But I've been to a show, I want to say it had to be like 3 years ago, and Dave Chappelle, he had did 4 hours of comedy on stage. 4 hours. It was ridiculous.
Really?
Straight 4 hours. And had a cigarette in his mouth the whole time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, Comedy Store life and whatnot. You know, being with the Ding Dong Show and being there, I see Dave Chappelle like 4 times a month.
Yeah.
And shit, it's like to the point now where I just be like, yo, what's up? Then push the nigga to the side. Like, yo, what's up? And then he kill the stage. He'd be up there for like 3-4 hours. And shit, it's always cigarette butts left over. When he's done, that's how you know Dave Chappelle was here. You look at the ground, it's like tracking an animal. It's like, Dave Chappelle was here.
Doesn't he do the Kinnison spot in the OR? Every once in a while?
Well, what it is Don Barris does the Kinnison spot. He closes out. You know, we got Robert William Aberby at the end of the night, 30, 40, 50 years, whatever, doing it, blah, 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 blah. But every once in a while, Dave comes up, he wants to throw down and he'll take it over. Like when he recorded the recent special, he kicked our out on the street Monday night. We had to do the Ding Dong Show on the curb like a bunch of bitches.
What?
I was talking shit. I was like, fuck Dave Chappelle. How you gonna kick us out of the room? Because I didn't know what it was for. Fuck that, man, la, 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 la. And then I seen the special, I was just like, yeah, that's a good look.
Not to mention, it was a night that I had invited a friend over. I was like, I'm about to bring you over to the Ding Dong show. My homie, he's a big part of it. You know, it's kind of a big deal. You know what I mean? So you might want to come through. Okay, big deal. He brought a friend. And we show up there and like, yo, so where's the Ding Dong show? Yeah, it's on the curb tonight, fellas.
On the sidewalk in front of the store.
Yeah,
like, that's funny.
It was crazy because we were sitting there trying to watch the Ding Dong show. And we were like smoking a bowl out front and everything. But I'm like, God damn, I want a beer. And I had to like leave and go inside and drink the beer inside the patio and then like pound it. We might as well just done shots instead of drinking beer. That way we could have come back earlier.
Right.
That's called alcoholism. You know?
Nah, man.
Yeah, tone that one down.
Yeah.
Bro, it was the first drinks of the night. What do you mean?
That's right. Mom, gotta get.
You don't want to miss the show.
You've got to enjoy the show. You got to be there, be a full participant.
That's tough.
Whatever, Dave Chappelle. You fucked my alcoholism by making us go on the street corner, bro. Bumping us.
He exposed it. That's all he did was expose it.
It was an experience, though. Thank you,
but
Dave
all right.
Chappelle.
So about the specials themselves, though, what do you guys think? Like the content, the bits, like his style has changed. I think from his previous two that he released on Netflix to now these two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, for me, I didn't see the first one, so I just saw the second one, so I'll just comment on that and get out the way. As far as Dave Chappelle's demeanor, I think he's just more serious as he walked away from the show. He's seen a lot. He's gained weight. He's like tough. He'll knock a motherfucker out now. If you notice, he's sturdy now. And so I think he looks at life a little more serious. So this second one was, man, it was hard. I thought he was just gonna fuck around a little bit. He came out there and he went in. He went in like upset some people, grabbed a couple coochies, knocked out a couple people, hung a couple Ku Klux Klan members, then went back home, ripped it back up, and then served it to you nice and cold. So that was dope.
That's an experience right there, bro. Yeah.
Dope.
No, but I just thought that he was just so real. You know what I'm saying? In comedy with him, he pushed the envelope. He pushed it took it to the whole different level. And he's almost like a motivational speaker comedian now, I feel.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah, so he switched his whole style of how he used to do comedy and how the special is right now. It's a whole different level.
But his motivation is somewhat like layered within, like it's like hidden within the layers of what he's telling you. It's not really outright, you know. It's when you're reciting it to someone else is when you actually hear it. You know, if I were to tell someone one of my favorite bits about the show or his performance, that's when the motivational stuff that you're talking about. That's when you can really see it from the person who's dictating. Like if I was telling you a joke, it's like, oh shit. Well, that's what makes it funny. It's not as arrogant as it looks when he's on stage.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't think he cares if you laugh.
No, he doesn't.
I don't think he does at all.
That's the difference. I think he used to care if you laughed before, and then like he even said he left the show because he got a laugh he didn't want while he was recording. That he felt was like, wait, that wasn't supposed to be funny. You enjoyed it too much, motherfucker. Yeah. Wait a minute, I need to reevaluate.
I mean, I think he left the show for like the executives over there.
No, he literally said this in an actual interview, but look it up.
All right.
He literally said it in an actual interview.
I think he didn't want to lose his sanity, lose who he was and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
He was doing anything for a laugh, and I think he was like, wait a minute, I'm doing anything for a laugh, but now I'm getting laughs I ain't even doing anything for. So I think now he's switched to that, because he's, legendary status, top 10 all-time situation as people treat him, you know what I mean? And I'm sure like every comedian, if you're a really, truly humble great, you don't look at yourself as anywhere in the top 100 probably. You probably got 50 niggas that nobody ever heard of you love, you know what I mean? But in the end, I think he's come to that realization, and now he's just like, fuck it, I got the money, I got fuck you money, I'm on that Cat Williams, like he just ain't smacking white people in Walmart yet.
Well, the way I was gonna feel about the whole program and the way he put it down is, first of all, I believe I'm the best at what I do. I don't know what you're talking about. Someone thinking that they're not the best. I think I'm the best.
Well, I mean, you have to put it like this: to know you're the best is to know there's more to learn. You know what I mean? Like to be truly great, to know what greatness is, you have to know there's more to learn. This is why I have a Kobe Bryant issue, because I felt like after Isaiah Thomas told him he was the greatest player in the world, he stopped really developing his game.
Kobe?
Yep. He stayed on the offensive side, but didn't develop his body. Like Michael Jordan was skinny like him when he first started, but then when Michael Jordan was supposed to be great, he went back and he came back with bigger muscles, and he came back stronger, and he came back a little tougher, and he came back a little colder. You know what I mean? And I think that when Kobe Bryant, he had hit that echelon so early, being spoon-fed to the great team with Shaq and them and all that early, there was no. It's like trap rappers now. There's no competition level. Like Jay-Z's 444 was great, but it's only because the competition level's so low. Then boy, it really came out through the worst rapping I ever heard in my life on the track. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
It was weak.
Watch your mouth.
Weakest Jay-Z ever. I mean, I'm talking on Jay-Z level. We're talking not rapping like me rapping. I'm talking or us rapping or some regular nut dude rapping. I'm talking on Jay-Z level rapping. Just like Vlad says, Nas is the worst beat picker on Nas level shit. Jay-Z, from the Jay-Z I know, from the old school, Hard Knock Life, the back in the day, the real Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, what? Fast rapping Jay-Z, kicking it except watching me. What? That was crazy. Yeah. And now he gonna come with that, yo, I'm chilling with the such and such, yo. And then I went, whoa.
That's just blasphemy.
Yeah, people like, I'm like,
leave that, calm down. Leave that Philadelphia shit.
I'm just keeping it real. Like, I bet you if somebody told him to their face, he'd be like, yeah, I know.
Well, here's the thing, Carl. And the reason Neil said that is because he has a whole bit about calling himself the best in his first episode that you didn't see.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. So,
but you're supposed to think you're the best.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah,
but you're supposed to think you're the best because you have to have the confidence to go forward and to drive forward and believe. That's what makes stars. That's the difference between a star and a role player. There's people like those high draft picks that are supposed to be like Wes Johnson and something such and such win. It's supposed to be great. Yeah. He's number one Heisman winning quarterback. It's supposed to be great. It's supposed to be all that. Get the fuck in there. Johnny Football can't throw shit. You know what I mean? You can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was dope, motherfucker, because everybody doesn't really have that true hunger, that desire.
Hold on. Pump those brakes real quick. Because here are 2 points. First of all, I think I hear what you're saying, but I disagree with it in these two instances because Chappelle. Okay, he said that in his special, I Am the Greatest, and then he goes, look, I'll start with a punchline and then work my way and write a joke around it. Brilliant. And then he gave an example of that and then delivered the punchline when we least expected it as an audience. Like, I got fucking off track. Yeah. And then he even was like, see, I even did that.
I thought it was a beast. It was slick. You know what I'm saying?
You saw it coming before
you're assuming that by making that statement, you're saying that, like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like there is no other competition with the Jay-Z and the rap analogy. I agree with that.
The competition is
so low. Right now, I believe the competition is so fucking high for stand-up, man. You look at some of the comedians are out there that are just killing.
Well, the thing you got to understand about stand-up, it is subjective. Similar to music,
that's true.
Extremely subjective. There are people that can't stand to hear David Chappelle's motherfucking mouth open. There's people that can't stand to hear motherfucking Kevin Hart. There's people who
but there's more of a
Martin
volume.
Lawrence back in the day. There's people who couldn't stand Michael Jordan, and I can't stand Kobe Bryant.
Dude, you're looking at it from no. Check it out, Carl. There's more. Hold on, check it out, because there's more stand-up available now for people to watch than there was 10, 20 years ago.
Like it is with rap.
I don't think it's the quality.
It's like a mixtape. I make a rap song right now on this laptop.
Well, yeah, but I think
put it out before we finish this recording.
Quality of the
and
rap,
it'll have more views than we probably gonna get for this recording.
Yeah, but rap right then went through a filter. Comedy didn't go through necessarily as much of a filter. You could see some HBO specials, Showtime specials, some Comedy Central specials that weren't that funny. Yeah. And if you look at a ratio between not funny and the volume at that time period during the 90s, I think that it's just a little, I think that it's a little bit like it worked. That analogy works for the music industry, but I don't think it works for stand-up.
I don't know. I think it works for all forms of entertainment because just like comedians, they have to deal with the mainstream and the real shit, the commercial shit. And there's some comedians are comedian. There's stuff that comedians, like GT is a great example. He's funny to comedians, but the average person is like, get the fuck away from me, you sicko. Comedian's like, hey, he kind of funny, but it's a comedian. It's just like a certain art.
I love GT, but
he scares the fuck out of me.
Let me be real. I love GT, but he is not funny.
Yeah. Well, no, he's terribly funny, but
exactly.
He's a good guy. You know what he's behind, man. He's just two different people. You know what I'm saying? He on stage and like, I don't know what the hell he be doing.
He plays a character kind of on stage.
So let's be clear that's GT.
Yeah, I mean GT is the modern day Tony Clifton.
That's him. Yeah. But no, I don't think you understand. Wait, I don't think you understand. That's really GT.
But as a side note,
his personality.
That's really him. That's 110. GT is the most honest person that has ever lived.
But the side note
that's
is
why he's such an asshole.
He's mad honest.
The side note about Mr. Gangster Taco is the fact that the character that we see that is so outlandish, the thing is, that's not what he promotes on stage. You know, he tries to be something else. He actually tries to like be the comedy, the stand-up comic version of what we see. You know, where he should just be that on stage, and then that would be more appealing. That would be more like, holy shit, that would be more of a selling point.
It depends on the writing. It depends on the jokes that are written.
It depends how he delivers it too.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, some people. I think when you do stand-up comedy, you have to have your own voice. I mean, you got to stand for something. You can't break. You know what I'm saying? The thing about comedy, everybody's their own personality. So as long as you can stick to you to the fullest, it's a funny bit. You know what I'm saying? But I also think that you got somebody like Kevin Hart, who I think is a straight hustler. You know, so he got there, he tours, he does everything. And he's motivated to do like a special every year.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Every year,
and like somebody else, you can have all the talent and skills in the world and be drafted out and slip through, but once you get into the main area, it takes a certain drive to keep at. That's why Lauryn Hill dipped away. Like some people they don't have that
psyche. It's a psyche.
It's like they're not built for it. Dog.
The one thing I was gonna say about Chappelle, part of his greatness. And also what I like about Jay-Z as well, he's one of my favorites as well, is because to me, they don't have like a rap voice and they don't have like a comic stand-up voice, you know? Yeah. So when they're on stage, it feels like they're talking to me. When Jay-Z's on a song, it sounds like he's actually talking to me. And with that point, with Jay-Z songs, I don't know when his rhyme is coming. Like he can rhyme in the middle of his sentence, and that's the rhyming point. Like other rap artists, I know the word that they're rhyming with on this bar. You know what I mean? Yeah. With Jay-Z, I don't know what the rhyme is. Oh shit, that's the word he's rhyming with. Well, same thing also with Dave Chappelle. Yeah. With him on stage, I don't know when the joke is. Some comics will like build up with their cadence, the way they're talking. Okay, this is the part that's supposed to be funny. Yeah. Now with Dave Chappelle, you know what I mean? He might say 3 things in one sentence, and we each find something part of that sentence funny. Yeah.
You know I think
he's pretty fast with it too.
Yeah.
He's like really perfected the style of mixing a bit with a story.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like he'll like almost take a story and then take that story and digest it and branch it out into bits.
And the thing is, every sentence of the story is a joke.
There's no fat.
It makes sense.
No fucking fat.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
And some of it, it's like you said, it's his cadence and the way he says it. Because some of it, it's not even a joke. He just says it, and it's funny to him, so he laughs. And it's like that thing where, like, if somebody else laughs, you laugh.
Mic on his leg.
Yeah, he slaps that mic on his leg.
He's having so much fun up there.
And just because he's having fun, I think the audience is like, yeah, that was pretty funny. It's almost more of a conversation where he's shooting the shit versus he's on stage performing.
Yeah, that's how he switched it up. I would agree with that.
Because if you look at, like, what is it, Killing Them Softly, like his earlier stuff, it is just him, like when he's in DC, it's him standing on stage telling jokes, telling bits, not even stories. They're just like one after another. Like the whole thing with him on as like why black people love to fly with Arab people or whatever. That whole bit.
He's a beast, man.
Heck yeah. Oh, I gotta interrupt. I just peeped the shirt. So you a Kappa? My homies is Kappas and whatnot back. I got like 5-6 homies. They the yo-yo boys. Girl, you better watch your back. He too close to you. He gonna get you. He's a yo-yo boy. Yo baby. Come on, do a cane routine right now.
You know what I'm saying? You should be smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, Kappa's always been the ladies. You know, they always love the ladies.
Explain what the fuck Kappa is, because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about right now.
It's a college fraternity. You know what I'm saying? So it's Kappa Alpha Psi. You know what I'm saying? So
where'd you go?
I went to Southern Illinois University. Southern, so.
Give me the quick history. Like, what year did y'all start? Who's y'all founded? And then show us shit like your line face, like whatever your line face was.
You gotta do it to a match. You have to recite all that shit like to a match.
No, we had it. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, man. But it's the brotherhood thing behind it, the networking thing. You know what I'm saying? Certain people you meet. You know, just kind of bless you. Hey, like John Singleton, he's a Kappa.
Yeah. So it can literally get you a job, like just like any other fraternity, just like the Skull and Bones with the super rich dudes, just like white fraternities. There's the Q Dogs and the Kappas and the Alphas and whatnot, and then these weird blue dudes that they just made up out of the blue.
The Masons too.
Yeah, and the Masons, things like that. So when you walk into a certain place and there's a job interview, and they get a guy who's not been in a frat, I might have the same GPA, maybe been better, and then you got some guy who's Zoe, he comes in and he's got that, and he's a Kappa, and that guy's a Kappa. And he's like, oh man, I met you at the office in Philly that time doing the big Kappa roundup back in or whatever else. So you remember, bam, bam, bam. Boom. That's his job. Yeah. That's his connection. So it's about networking.
That's all. Yeah, that's all it's about. For me.
What was this? I got a bunch of cousins and stuff that were in frats. I'm a Mason and a Rosicrucian myself.
Oh, you know about it.
Okay.
But
my dad's a Mason.
It's dope. Check them out. We're rolling the world, guys.
The secret.
So what'd you go to college for?
Theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and television stuff.
Oh, I didn't know you went for theater, like straight up acting, like stage theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did some plays and stuff like that. You know,
Nice.
I don't like plays though, but I think it's still a good workout at the end of the day.
for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up doing musical theater. I used to teach it, so that too. So like, I
Also,
have a big.
so you sing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Can we hear a little something?
Dude, I was. Oh man, right now.
And I want you to sing some lines in a play. You know,
Sing some lines in a play.
I want to come here.
All right. Whatever. I'll tell you this. I used to. I was almost on Broadway for Les Miserables when I was 10 years old as Gavroche, but I was an inch too tall for union regulations for the part.
Nice.
So everything from that on, I mean, you name it. I pretty much have like Phantom, Les Mis, Footloose, Bat Boy, Don Quixote. Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh,
a bunch of them. Like the whole show's memorized though.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I've just done them so many
Can you
times.
sing something from Little Shop of Horrors? Can you sing down on Skitbags?
Yeah, so I don't think you heard the question. Can you?
Can you give us a little
I don't
something?
remember what are the lyrics. Let's go. I don't remember Little Shop. Here.
Downtown where the people go and go downtown. Something.
I don't remember the lyrics. I remember the melody.
That wasn't Devin.
But anyway, Zoe, you're at home here because there's a bunch of stage talented people. This young lady here, our wonderful new intern, is on stage presence. Guile, super talented,
shout
play
out to
skill,
Gabby. Thanks for
dancing,
coming by.
singing. Got my man up here, Big Dev, dancing, singing. And then like when me and Neil go to the club, we dance and sing to get the bitches.
That's how y'all do
Here,
it.
I'll give you something. We're both wearing red. Have you ever seen Les Mis?
No.
The musical? Have any of you guys?
What is it?
Have you ever seen Les Miserables? The musical?
I've known
No, I
about it,
haven't.
but I'm an African American man from Philadelphia. It's like I get beat up.
It looks
if I
like
saw
something that would make me cry. Like I'm kind of hesitant.
that. Yeah.
All right, it probably might. I play a character who is the leader of the revolution and goes and dies on the barricade and gets shot and hangs over it like a pathetic dead dude.
Wow.
Can you sing the song he sings as he's dying?
Yeah, well, I'll sing one of them. Here you go.
Here we go.
This is like their rally song. It's called "Do You Hear the People Sing?" Do you hear the people sing, singing the songs of angry men? It is a music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drum, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. There you go, bitches. All right. That is the last time you guys will ever ask me to sing on here.
Nice.
Please. Because you've asked me before and I've been like, nah, I'm too high. Nah, I got too many beers in me.
Good, man.
Whatever. It's
I
all
did.
good.
I felt like I was on a boat in the ocean with a bunch of very happy guys with like brooms, like moving. And singing.
That's really where I get my singing voice is I just sing sea shanties on my boat all the time with all my fellow pirates.
That's funny. Whenever you mentioned that you've been on Broadway, I've always figured you wearing like a puffy shirt, you know? So
That's how it was.
Yeah,
I was.
Pirates
I was
Being in the sky,
a French
floating
revolutionary.
and stuff. Yeah. That's crazy.
Anyway.
I come from a musical family, man. Like they all can sing except for me. You know what I'm saying? It just skipped over me. But like my grandmother, they sing gospel music and they travel with it. But you know,
that's good.
yeah.
So
but
do you open for them when they
Nah,
sing?
they put me on drums and shit. So they're like, some little kid with drumsticks. Then, you know, so, yeah, but
Just hit this.
I
Shut
know,
up.
right?
So did you graduate with a theater degree from Illinois? Or it was like a theater and a minor in TV or something, or both? I'm just curious, like, see, what else did you do with like broadcasts and TV?
Just I guess a lot of plays and stuff and production work. Yeah, so y'all do it, like shoot your own projects, edited it, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Did you come out here right after?
Yeah.
So
I
how
came,
long
I
you
came,
been
I came
out?
out with 200 and what I want to say. I have $45 in my account when I came out here.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's right.
I'm
That's
like,
right.
I'm about to
LA
do it,
dream.
boom, like I'm about to make it happen.
That's right.
But I had I already had my place already set up already.
Yeah.
So I had that on lock.
Okay.
So that was cool. But just been grinding ever since. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you come out here, and did you know you wanted to do stand up, or did you find that out here?
Well, I always been an actor, you know what I'm saying? But I started doing stand up out here. I wish I would have did it in Chicago because I'd be a way better beast then because you can't bullshit in Chicago, New York. Nah, you'll get shit thrown at
They
you.
be like, shut up, motherfucker, before I shoot your ass.
Fuck out the stage, you know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, so, but I started doing comedy out here, you know, but I always did acting stuff all the time, though, yeah.
So when you came out here, did you like go on auditions for acting or did you try like the acting role and then just like got into stand-up, or did you like completely drop the acting and just like focus all on stand-up kind of
No,
thing?
the acting's always there. That pays the bills, you know what I'm saying? So I need that. But no, I just started doing that, you know what I'm saying? Auditioning, stuff like that. But I had a manager before I came out here.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
in Chi-Town over there?
No, it was a manager out here.
Oh, out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You did a good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
This is actually a good lesson on how to prepare if you want to move to another city and go after a dream. You should give like a little
Yes, chats.
5 points thing. That's
Kind of what I was
Yeah.
getting at. I was trying to lead you. I was like, a lot of people that listen to this, we try to explain like the behind the scenes aspect of the industry.
Yeah.
So for people that are listening to this and they want to start on like stand up or moving to LA and
Yeah.
like, you know, what's the words of wisdom? What's that process like? Like, what do you have to do? What do you have to not do?
You got to be consistent, first of all, and whatever you do now, because the social media game is crazy right now. You know, so you got people that got millions of followers. Are the first ones is getting in the room, and they not even talented.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not even talented at all.
I hate that.
But they could just, you know, they could keep
Yeah.
your attention for a minute. But what about like pages and stuff like that? So, but I definitely, you know, try to save some money. You know what I'm saying? If you work a job, I feel, do a job that you like. You know what I'm saying? Because people be doing these jobs they hate, and it just comes out in their whole performance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so like this dude need to hate, he fucking hate themselves right now.
Yeah.
Don't get a roofing gig
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
try to go do fucking open mics at night. Be all pissed off.
Yeah, well, I think that goes into like what you went to school for. You went to school for entertainment and the you know, the talented, you know, play type of stuff situation. So when you get out in the market, because I noticed I have a graphic design degree, so I wanted to be on radio and I wanted to do other things and I wanted to be in entertainment. But every job I went to look up online at every TV show station said you got to have a mass media degree. You got to have this, that, and the third degree. So I was automatically knocked out with my little stupid graphic design degree. But if I would have actually, realized when I went to college, that, hey, I want to be on TV one day. Well, yeah, I should get a mass media degree. Well, hey, I want to get a degree, even if it seems like a shit degree that won't work and your parents will think you're an idiot for going, like, you know, Sweet Gabs over here has to deal with. Eventually, if you're going where you're going to go, the market always has requirements to get jobs at the companies that run and make money off these things.
Carl, it's never too late, Carl.
It's all.
It's never too
I don't
late.
know. I don't know. I got a gray hair over here that says a little too late.
Carl.
It's never too late, brother.
And it's the more you know. Come on.
All right.
It's the knowledge, being consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what did you what got the stand-up bug under your skin? Like, how did you find out about where to go to do stand-up out here? Did you just go to an open mic, go to a show,
Yeah, I
start
just-
asking people?
Nah, I just, you know what? I hate it. I really hate open mics. I
suck, man.
hate them. I just
where
can't
comedians
stand
go
it.
to die and where they go to born.
Yeah, I can't stand it. My first time doing stand up, I just put myself in front of a real crowd.
So you just promoted yourself as, yo, I'm that dude.
Yeah, I'm about to go in. They didn't know who I was. I've been traveling around the world, son. You know what I'm saying?
I'm really big in Chicago, bro.
Yeah. So I sold myself from the jump. So I had to deliver. You know what I'm saying? Jump on stage and deliver. But I mean, you had your good shows, you had your bad shows. You know, but you gotta learn from each one of them. Just how do you take you to get to a different level in your career and stuff. So yeah.
When you write, how do you write? Do you like?
I write stories. I like to tell the truth. Like I like to tell like girls, relationship stories, different situations like that. I talk about girls, my experiences with different people and stuff like that. So I like to tell the truth of like a real story.
You are really good at that, by the way.
Oh,
first
I'll take
time we met, it was at a Skitbags meeting, and Mickey asked you to get up and do one of your bits.
Oh, okay,
and you
yeah.
did that bit about going through West Hollywood, but you were in the
Oh,
car
the
and the gay dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I went to the club, I saw all types of gay dudes. I saw reggaeton gay dudes, rock and roll gay dudes. I saw a thug gay dude. So he came up to me like, yo, what's up, dog? I'm like, nothing. What's up with you? But like, yeah, it's a bit like he was so gay, he made me feel gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. Because
Yeah.
I mean, it's you gotta say, it's like it's a story. It really happened, and it's coming from a place of honesty. And it's like it's an observation you made within the story.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I tell you, that was a real true story, man. Yeah. So you know, I got a lot of gay friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of gay friends.
Yeah.
I got gay I got like a lot of gay cousins too. Like I got like 5 gay cousins.
Oh man,
like that's a lot.
Man, gay cousins is the new crackhead. Like you used to have a crackhead in every family, now you got a gay cousin in every family. That's not crackhead. It's normal.
Every family, yo.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I found out my cousin was gay. We used to grow up. And I just thought he had all the girls all the time because he could jump rope real good. I'm like, go around there. They was loving him, man. I was like, man, he getting all the bitches, you know what I'm saying? And then I remember he came out the closet and he wanted to do it for the whole family. So it was my grandma there, my uncle, like he's probably like 30 people over there.
Like all at once?
Yeah, they want to break it down because I guess he had got something stuck in his butt. I don't know what happened, right? So they had to find out like what happened to you, Robin? What's wrong with your butt? You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
So,
like literally,
so stuck in his butt. He had to go to the hospital and all. Like, what happened? What the fuck happened to him? You know what I'm saying?
He's like, everyone come over at 5 o'clock. Let's come over at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Come over at 5.
Oh my goodness.
So
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Man.
So he came out the closet. He said, hey, everybody, I'm gay. I don't know if y'all knew this, but I'm gay. And my grandma got mad. She's like, oh my God. So she tried to beat it out of him. You know? I'm like, Mom, he's gay. You're not going to beat the gayness out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with you? No. Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But he comes to California a lot. He always wanted me to hang out with him and shit. That's the worst thing. I got to go all the way down to West Hollywood.
Yeah. Shoot, dude, I'm used to it because we do the entertainment thing, you know. So at least I'd say 40%. Of the entertainment cycle, I don't care what it is, from music to acting to comedy, 40% of them are gay.
Yeah. Real talk.
They're gay. So I had to get used to it. Like I learned about tops and bottoms.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was either.
Tops and bottoms. It's an enlightening situation.
Top and bottom.
They're like the male and female of gay. It's
the what?
So,
see, Neil's face is just perplexed over here.
So certain guys are only tops. So some guys only smash, and some guys only get smashed. Like. So guys that tend to be very feminine, that seem to be on that side, those tend to be the bottoms. And then the guys that are the more masculine ones, they're the tops. So what they do is when they go out, so 2 tops, they don't smash. They go out and they be like homies. Like, nah, you a top, I'm a top. Get away from me, dog. Step to the side. Like really, a top is almost like a straight guy. Like he won't even match a straight guy. Like, nah, I'm not smashing unless you're gonna let me smash you, straight guy. Get away from me, dick boy. You know what I mean? Like it's actually a thing. And I mean, it's amazing.
I found that out too. That was crazy. Cause my cousin's a bottom. You know what I'm saying? But I got another cousin that's a top. You know what I'm saying? So I have all these conversations.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
This is what Thanksgiving dinner's like.
Exactly. Oh my God.
That's real talk though. I mean, like I said, I grew up doing musical theater, right? And I have like hemophilia, which means my blood doesn't clot, so I could never play sports.
Okay.
So all my cousins and shit were in like hockey and football and baseball and all that, and they would make fun of me in like middle school. They'd be like, "Oh, Dave, what are you doing? You're gonna go play ballerina, you little fag over there?" And I was like, "Hold on, guys." I'm like, "Think about this. You're going to roll around in the hot Florida sun in the mud with a bunch of other sweaty dudes, and I get to go hang out in an air-conditioned studio with girls in spandex and be the only straight guy there."
Right.
And I was like, "You guys are fucking crazy. If anyone's gay, it's you guys." So like, whatever. I don't even care.
I used to be concerned about that with playing like sports in high school. I used to shy away from it because they had the whole multi-shower thing, and I was like, I can't do the prison shower thing in high school. I'm just not comfortable with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, you know what?
You want to be looking at you? Yeah.
They're like, bro, you could throw a football 80 yards. You're running 4.240, and you can jump out the sky. I was like, I know, but the shower thing, like. I'm gonna go ahead and just get a job at this hot dog stand. This shit's gay as fuck.
Have y'all ever been to the spa before?
Yeah.
Man, everybody is in there naked. That's the most uncomfortable place.
I can't do it.
Like in the
so
jacuzzi.
cool with it. They're like,
Oh, you mean like a spa?
Spa,
I
yeah.
thought you meant like there's a name of a place called the Spa. I was like,
just go to a regular gym. It's a hairy ass white dude walking around there, no clothes on, dick just just fucking your whole day up.
Oh, the best is those guys who are like talking to you like with the open robe and totally naked, and they like put their foot up on the bench. They're like, "So, what's up, man? How's it going? How's work doing for you? Old lady treating you right?" And you're like, "Bro,
they have their own like naked posture.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah. Shoot. Kappa story. I got a bunch of homies, Kappa homies. Went to Cancun one time. It's like 10 of us. I'm with all these Kappa dudes. It's me and like 10 other Kappas. We there on the trip. One of the main Kappa homies, he come out. I guess he coming out the shower and he come out the room to talk to the homies. And yo, he come out the joint naked, like drying off, talking to all the homies in the room.
Like,
and I'm looking around.
Out of here,
and I'm like, I know they all ladies, man. I know they all done ran trains and mass bitches. I said, this shit is gay as fuck. I was so uncomfortable in the room. Like, everybody else is like thinking I'm gay because I don't want to look. I'm like, no, wait, I think y'all got this backwards.
Yeah.
So weird.
I can see that happening too, man.
Oh, they were so comfortable. They were brothers. I mean, like, it's a brotherhood. Like, just like cops have to
honestly,
it's a brotherhood.
I mean, I like brotherhood, but you ain't gonna be naked around me though. You know what I'm saying? This is just a last straw with that. Like, get your naked ass out of here.
There was no naked initiation rituals that you can't talk about right now, right?
We never did nothing like stupid, crazy, but yeah, we definitely was naked. And,
the more you describe this Kappa thing, man, you sound like one of your cousins.
Exactly, right? They left it in the woods. We had to find ourselves back, like naked. I'm like, help us, help us.
So, what are some of your favorite venues around town that you've performed at, or that you like going to see shows at?
I love the Laugh Factory. On Sundays.
Hollywood?
Yeah. That's a good spot.
Is that their like?
Is that a chocolate Sunday?
Yeah, chocolate Sundays. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a good spot.
I was like,
that's the best stage you could do because it got the laughters coming from top to bottom, and it's just a good energy at that place. I love the Comedy Store too. The Comedy Store is cool. Yeah. I like the Ice House in Pasadena.
Ice House is awesome.
Yeah, Ice House is real cool. But I like to travel, man. Like that's the best money. So travel out of town.
Where have you gone on the road?
I've been to Sacramento. I went to San Diego.
Did you just come back from San Diego?
Yeah, I did a show out there. No, that was last month.
Okay.
I did a show out there, yeah. I love San Diego.
Somewhere on your Facebook or social media, I saw it.
Yeah. Ontario Improv, all the improvs. I love that, you know what I'm saying? But you make the most money because you don't really make money here in LA. They don't pay you shit.
This is like where you work out stuff.
Yeah, work out stuff. But you might be seen in front of some people or thing like that. But it's just basically just kind of working your jokes out.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that. I really feel like when most comedians start in your hometown doing comedy first, then come out here because you got a whole different perspective. And I just think that the rawest comedians are the ones that's coming from New York, Chicago, you know what I'm saying?
Boston.
Yeah, Boston, yeah, because it's a whole different edge with comedy. You got to bring it. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring it. So I always tell people, though, you go do comedy, start at home and build your name there and come out here.
Have you done any shows back in Chicago since you've been doing stuff?
Yeah, I done shows.
Like, what do you like to perform around Chicago?
Riddles is a comedy club.
Is that in downtown somewhere?
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
It's,
unless
it means shots riddled the building. It is Chicago.
But I was always scared doing comedy in Chicago, man, because I didn't want my family to see me do comedy and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a brutal family, yo. They'll try to tell you about your jokes. Like, you could have did this better. Like,
that shit happened to me all the time. Dude, when I went back not this past year, the year before, I went back to Tampa for like a month for the holidays, and I did a spot at the Improv, Tampa Improv there.
Okay.
I did the open mic, and then the host of the open mic was also like a manager of the club, and they were like, yo, let me know when you're going to be back in town. You can come like start off a show in the main room.
Okay.
And just do like 5-10 minutes up there. So like the next day I went back, but for that open mic I brought all my family members from Tampa, which was like 20 something people in there.
Yeah.
Just for my 5 minutes, and it was intimidating. And after I got off stage, the biggest note I got was, "Damn, Devin, we didn't think you were that funny." They were like, we didn't know what to expect. We were coming in here blind because they've never seen it before. Once you have I had been working stuff out here and polishing it, and then I actually wrote like a whole new opening 2 minutes just for Tampa because the humor. This is one of the things I was going to talk about with comedy and traveling. Humor's different contingent on your audience.
Yeah,
like the jokes that I told out here were all about being in LA, or not all of them, but like the opening minute or two was about like, hey, I just moved to LA, blah 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 blah, observational shit. But I couldn't tell those jokes in Tampa because everyone's like a Floridian. I don't know how to put that in a non-negative, non-beneficial way. It's a neutral way.
I think that's what makes a comedian is adaptability.
Yeah.
Do you change? But do you change your writing for depending on where you travel to?
Well, it's just certain crowds you might have to explain more. You know what I'm saying? So if I do a particularly, let's say, an all white crowd, they want to laugh. Black crowds, they want to give you a hard time. Like, you gonna make us laugh, motherfucker. But
ladies and gentlemen, in case you couldn't tell and you're just listening to this, Zoe is African American.
but it's just different crowds, man. But I just kind of fill a crowd out. And I just kind of put myself out there and how I feel. I just go with the flow of it.
Do you find yourself having to do crowd work a lot, or no, or does it depend?
Well, I think sometimes you gotta do crowd work to establish who you are first.
Like warm them up, kind of thing.
Warm up, because you don't want to go into telling jokes. It's like walking to somebody's house and start telling jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're really good at fucking crowd work, though.
I mean, it's just fun. I just don't give a fuck.
The ones because I think I've seen you like twice, but we did a show together, a GT show with Carl, and this fucking asshole was heckling you from the corner. You didn't even tell any of your fucking jokes. You spent the whole 5 or whatever fucking with this dude, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, you gotta just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's not much you could do because he wasn't leaving you alone.
No, he kept going.
Yeah.
It was
but at the same
some
time,
Indian dude. He was like drunk up there. I remember him.
And this is a bar, so there's not a comedy club. There's no security. He's not leaving. Like you're,
Russian.
But at the same time,
well.
at the same time, it was hilarious. It was a great bit. You know what I mean? It was great. It was almost like, I don't know, like you said, going with the flow. It's almost maybe like in sports, or like, you know, if someone's like, you have Shaq in the paint, you know, that's easy 2 points. But if someone's hot, you know what I mean, you gotta feed that 3-pointer.
I mean, it's nice, but sometimes keeping real goes wrong. Just the other night, I had to stop almost a fist fight between a patron and a comedian, because a lot of that yakety yak back and forth, and somebody said F your mama, and then next thing you know, I'm pulling apart a 6'3", 300-pound guy and got my hand cut and everything. So
that sounds like a heat. But that sounds like a heat check went wrong. I know when some guys like on fire, but then he starts missing forward the road.
All right. That's
back
exactly what it was.
Back to Shaq.
That's exactly what it was. The patron didn't know his boundaries. You know what I mean? Like he was out of line. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the comedian.
It's a hard thing about performing in a venue that's not a comedy club.
Because hard,
if it's at a bar, people are there to drink. They're not there to go see a comedy show. So they're talking at the bar. They're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on behind here. I just came to watch the game and hang out with my friend, you know, or whatever the fuck they're saying.
Exactly.
But so,
that's bar talk right there. Right?
Well, I mean, I can tell you, like in Tampa, in all of Tampa Bay, which is like a few million people, like I want to say under 5, but in that whole area, there's only 2 comedy clubs. There's the Improv, Tampa Improv, and then there's a club called Side Splitters. Other than that, any other comedy show is going to be like at a bar or in a hotel lounge or like some fucking shady parking lot or some bullshit. I don't know. So like, for people coming out here, I'm like, if you're trying stand it for the first time, it's like you have to get through that shittiness. Like almost, it's like
a grind.
You think it's something that's necessary for every comedian to have to deal with to help you grow, or is like if you had an easy track and you were good enough and you didn't have to go and perform at those places, and let's say you could get a paid regular spot at like the Laugh Factory or the Store, would you think that your comedy would lack or be sacrificed because you didn't have that road work experience, or do you think it's possible to like sidestep that if you're good enough? Like Eliza, she kind of sidestepped that because she won Last Comic Standing right when she was first starting, and then she went from like nothing to like a headliner, like 0 to 100 real quick. Within like a year.
I mean, I just think that you should usually put yourself in a winning position anyway. You know, I'd rather be performing at a paid gig at the Laugh Factory than doing a bar gig. But it really depends on yourself, what you want to get out. You want to work your crowd work, you want to work your jokes out, or you want to just be more confident on stage. So for me, I feel like if I go to any spots, it's for me. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. I'm gonna just work my jokes out, just be comfortable on stage and see what happens and stuff. So, I mean, I just think it's all just kind of subjective on yourself. All right.
What are some of your favorite comedians? Like, who's the guys or gals that you looked at and that kind of like you inspired you? Like, who's your top couple lists?
I like Louis C.K.
All right.
But why do you like him? Do you like him for the wrong reasons? Did Lewis touch you?
No, I know, right?
Okay.
Man, was he in Kappa?
No, exactly. I still get that dude. He's jacking off with people. Like, who just wants to jag off in front of people? Like, that's what,
that's what I think. It's so fucking crazy. And that's what, before we get on to your other choices, because I do want to hear that. But I was like, with Louis, what do you think about this whole situation? Do you think I think he's going to come back. I don't know how he's going to address it. I don't know
he's
what
got to talk about it, but you will.
He has to, but like,
he will.
It's almost though if he talks about it and jokes about it and belittles it, he's gonna get shit for that. So it's like I don't know how.
But that's his job, though.
He's a comedian.
But that's his job.
The way to take it. You got to take it head on.
Yeah, that's his job.
Like Cat Williams did when he came back from his flip out.
Yeah. Same thing with
Richard Pryor with being lighting on fire.
That's his job. He's got to do that shit.
And same thing with like Kevin Hart. When he got caught up, you know, saying with the girl and stuff like that, he's talking about that on stage. So you have to address that issue. Yeah. That's what most comedians win and rappers win because they could, you know, talk about the subject or whatever.
It's like that 8 Mile and the 8 Mile. You know what I mean? You got to get them before they get you.
Yeah. And then with comedians, I would say comedy is the last bastion of truth in this world.
Yeah.
Like,
Carl just closed his eyes and pinched his fingers together when he said that.
Well, all right, two things, because this is goes back to Chappelle, what we were talking about earlier, is I think that he said two really important things. First of all, he said one thing that was funny but kind of made me think about the whole Louis C.K. thing, and he was talking about, definitely what he did. You shouldn't jerk off in front of people. First of all, no. I mean, unless they want it. It's cool. If somebody says,
nobody wants
cool.
it though.
Go pay a hooker, whatever. Anyways, that's not my point. And my point was, he was like, he was talking about one of the girls he jerked off to while he was on the phone with her. And his joke was like, bitch, you can't hang up the phone.
Like,
Chappelle? Yeah, Chappelle. And I'm like, you know what? That's really true. Like, is that really a big deal? Like, if somebody's just a freak and somebody's doing some fucked up shit, but they're on the phone, they're like, just, of course, you should not have to deal with that as a woman or as anybody else. But at the end of the day, like, is it enough to take a man's fucking show away for like $50 million?
Well, hold on a second. But what if they were like on the phone together and they're talking business? He's all like,
that's probably what happened.
Like,
no.
And then he's all like, and then she's all like, Louis? And he's all like, what's happened? And then she's all like, he's like,
are you jerking off on
and
the
then
phone?
he's like, did you just jerk? Maybe she didn't know till it was too late.
All right, fair enough. That's your benefit of the doubt. Of course. All right. I'm not that dead set on that opinion anyways. But one of the other things.
That was some good acting by me, right?
Yeah, that was
I can't wait till we get cameras up in here next week.
I do that shit all the time. You did it?
I got to check. I'm going to be listening extra close now every time I call you, bro. But the second thing that Chappelle said that I thought was really important was he was talking to stand-up comedians that were watching him in the back of the room. And he said, you guys have a responsibility to push the boundaries. You have a responsibility to be controversial so that my kids know what it sounds like to be controversial. He's like, that's what a comedian does. A comedian takes chances and pushes the envelopes.
You can't be safe.
I mean, I don't think he definitely pushed a little too far on that one.
I did like the analogy he was saying about how like, but to be honest, how strong is someone's spirit? That's how easily things can be broken. If Martin Luther King saw Louis C.K. beaten up in front of him, did he think he would have lost the I Have a Dream speech? He's like, you know what? This is over. I'm done.
But that freckled redhead came all over me.
There was no dream.
Anyways, so I think, it's going to be rough for him to navigate those waters. I'll tell you what, it's going to be one hell of a show. I'm going to fucking see it.
I so want to see it.
That's going to think he's going to make a lot of money because everyone's going to know. All right, how are we going to get into this? I think he's got to just jump right into it.
He got to talk about it.
First and foremost.
So, I mean,
just like Chappelle did with his belly room special. He's like, so what's up with Hollywood? You guys just raping and fucking everybody out here.
Yeah, right. Jump it off. Yeah.
He's just so real, man.
Yeah. So who are some of the other comedians that you're like into?
Definitely Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Definitely Richard Pryor. Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I love his work ethic and he's funny. Who else I will say?
You remind me of your stand-up, like your cadence and your tone of your stand-up. You remind me a lot of Kevin Hart if Kevin Hart smoked a lot of weed.
I was more like Kevin Hart on steroids, and if he was like a blood gang member.
Well, Kevin Hart just every time he's on stage seems like he's coked out to me. You know, he's like just so excited, so crazy.
So it's just a more developed.
Well, no, I meant no, because he's physically larger. He's swoller and larger, and you know what I mean. He's
definitely
like the Kevin Hart that'll knock you the fuck out.
It's like Kevin Hart with extra water. You know?
Oh my God, Kevin, we love you. Don't worry, he's never gonna listen to this.
Right. Any other?
Who else?
Hot people right now that you into?
Hot.
What about up and comers that you see or something?
Up and comers.
Yeah.
I like my boy Ron G. He getting it in. He hosts on Chocolate Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the host of that show. Ron G's getting it in. I like him. My boy David Lucas.
Nice.
He's getting it in right now. He's on the come up.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just check people out. I just kind of do my thing, though.
Yeah.
I kind of worry about nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shit, you do be doing your thing like me. Yeah. I'm a stalker and shit, so I be online. I follow niggas everywhere they go. So I be stalking someone's feet. Because Zoe don't take me on his good jobs. He get all these nice paying jobs, but call my wife for shit. And then he be getting paid, but now look at that nice watch he got on. He killing it. But no, I saw him. Yeah. I'm online one day and I see Zoe's putting in work with a new up and coming Miss Tiffany Haddish. You know what I mean? And that was a great gig, and y'all was funny. I liked the skit. The shit was fucking hilarious and shit. I thought he was up in there with all these hoes too. It was like
bad ones. It was up there. They was dying pieces all over the place. So that was an easy job, right?
He was up there like, yo baby, yo.
Yeah, so that's a good project that's still up in the air right now. But Tiffany, she has so many offers all over the place. Yeah. You know, but that show is still pending on coming out too.
Nice. Well, that's the game. You got to keep going poking away, throwing stones, building. A pyramid is a whole lot more than just one goddamn rock. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of them laid accurately over time and worked it out. Well, the aliens help too, but let's not talk about that. You got it, baby. You on the way.
The aliens, okay. But yeah, man, just trying to stay busy, trying to get this bread and just stay focused, man.
Nice.
Can I tell you a story? When I was younger, right? I was a huge fan of Chris Rock. I used to love Chris Rock, the little penny commercials, and everything like that. And he came to Radio City one night, and I was like, Mom, please, whatever you do, Mom, please, can I please go to see Chris Rock? Please, at Radio City. And my mom was like, you know what, Neil, fine. I know this is going to probably be pretty vulgar, but you're a big fan. I've known this. All right, so we went to the Radio City. We went there, and it was as vulgar as possible. But you know what? It was the greatest comedy performance I've ever been to. It was the funniest shit that I've ever seen. To the point that I laughed so hard that I got like strep throat.
Dang.
And I had to miss school for a week. So I had gone to a Chris Rock show, and then I was gone. That's how good the show was.
Damn.
I was sick for a week.
Put you under?
It just put me under like that. It was I forget what Chris Rock's back, but it's the Chris Rock where in the background has like the Colorado Rockies logo, the CNR, behind them. It's that special.
Nice.
Yeah, Chris Rock's the beast.
Yeah.
So,
his brother Tony Rock is really funny too.
Yeah, he was funny too.
Yeah, Tony is a beast.
Nice
Yeah. Did y'all see the Def Comedy Jam? The newest?
yes.
The newest one?
The one on Netflix?
No, not that one. That's the
reunion?
Yeah, reunion.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I saw. That
Yeah.
one.
Oh no, so there's another one now?
It's a new one, yeah.
Oh yeah, because they
Comedy Jam
pulled
on
Russell's
HBO,
name off it because of the whole incident and
God,
whatnot. So it's out. It's out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all done.
Man,
Yeah,
they got him too.
yeah. But Deion Cole is a
Russell
beast.
got himself. You know what I'm saying? That boy like Angel Dust back in the day.
That's funny.
Ask Russell.
So, what are your thoughts on comedians having their stuff and their bits up on YouTube? Like,
I stopped personally doing that because people steal your jokes. There's a lot of people out here steal jokes and just kind of make it their own.
you need some muscle, bro?
Yeah,
You need to call on the fam, man.
Yeah,
we got a fucking army out here. I'll go let Smackdown on some
I know
bitches.
I know we gotta set that up, man. Because
That's my
I peep
joke.
that with all these comedians. When I host the shows, I go to look up videos to post for people to promote the show. I wanted to look up Zoe shit. Last time I could find a video, Zoe, he was 7 years old and motherfucking telling jokes. You can't find nothing from any serious comedian online. Like, they ain't putting nothing out there,
a
bro.
lot of cats ain't doing that.
Does the Laugh Factory record the,
they
on
record
Sundays?
it and put it up there, yeah.
On their
thing,
channel.
which is that's okay. That's okay because that's good exposure for you. But just to put your own stuff on YouTube, a lot of people stop doing that because it's so many joke stealers out here. They will steal your joke so fast. And I'm talking about it's celebrity people was listening to somebody up and coming and take their joke like it's my joke now. It's fucking crazy.
There's been a couple noticeable.
Mencia,
motherfucker.
I mean, he's bad.
I mean, that's entertainment. You know, it's like Kanye West. You see somebody's not going to make it. Let me put out this 808 album. Let me put out this Autotune album. Let me put out whatever they're going to be ahead of. And then it's something that people do. I mean, Bobcat Goldthwait, he probably saw this crazy dude from the Ding Dong show named Perry that's been yelling and screaming back in the 70s. Daggone Robin Williams probably seen Robert Williams after fire and learned the whole schizophrenic thing. These things happen in the game. You looking at it, like, that loser's not going to make it. It's like, that fucking loser's not gonna make it. Let me grab a little piece of this bitch right here.
Hold on, what happened to Mencia? What about with this guy?
He's been known for
Carlos Mencia.
Shots fired.
Fuck Carlos Mencia. That's not even his real name.
It's not even.
That's not his real name. He's not even Mexican, bro.
Shut up.
That's a character that Mitzi Short, the Comedy Store, gave him back in the 90s or early 2000s.
So what is he?
His name's like John Smith or something.
It's not even a Carlos.
No.
Jesus Christ. My name's Carl. This is killing me.
Gabby, can you look that up? What Carlos Mencia's real name is? Thanks. And so I found out about this. Oh yeah, it was epidemic. Because he would sit in the back of the room and watch other comedians perform at big clubs and just write down their jokes in front of them and steal them. And the club owners wouldn't do anything because he was such a name. Okay, Ned Arnold Mencia, I guess. Ned. All right, Ned. Fucking Ned.
What a name.
Oh, that's kind of funny. That's kind of
totally
funny.
Fucked up.
He's a Flanders?
He was such a stealer and such a name brand that the clubs would allow him to go in there and do pop-up sets. They allow him to do whatever the fuck they want because all they had to do was put his name up there and then they'd sell out. You know? But he got that way by stealing. So they was kind of like self-policed until my homie Joe Rogan came up there and just on the videos on YouTube. Go watch it. It's epic. It's hilarious. This was like 10 years ago. I love Rogan too. Shout out Joe Rogan. We love you. He came up and fucking confronted Carlos on stage. And I don't know how it happened, like what instigated it, but it was like somebody was bringing Joe up and Carlos started talking shit, or somebody was bringing Carlos up and he called him. I don't know how it happened, but Carlos was like, "What, you want to fight, bro?" And he goes, I'm like, "Really? You're going to challenge Joe fucking Rogan to a fight on a stage?" First of all, he would never do it because he's in the middle of a comedy stage, you know? There's 100, 200 people in the audience. But he just like lays it down. He's like, "You stole this person's joke." And like the people in the crowd that were other comedians were like, "Yeah, you tell him, Joe. Yeah, you fuck yeah, you tell him." It was pretty hilarious. But and then after all that kind of came out and got exposed, you know, his career is like I saw a billboard with him on it the other day. He does a fucking Spanish AM radio show here in LA.
Damn.
Yeah. Wow. K something, whatever. Fuck you, Ned. But yeah, and it's kind of crazy how things happen like that in comedy. You know, it's like the whole Bill Cosby thing came out by just, you know, self-policing. You know, Hannibal, that was like a known thing, and then Hannibal said it on stage.
He set him out,
and he said it as like a joke, assuming everyone would know. And then people in the audience were like, "Wait, what about Bill Cosby?" And like he didn't even try to make it like, "Oh, by the way, he's doing this." No, he was like, "Oh, everybody knows this. No big deal."
Yeah, you know, Bill Cosby get bitches.
I don't think it was Bill. I think it was the Rohypnol or whatever it is.
I don't see it at that level. Why you gotta drug somebody to get the coochie?
You know,
you're
what
a
I think
celebrity.
It's a power thing, man.
Guys,
I don't want a girl out of it. I want you to be present with me.
We gotta remember, it was the 60s and the 70s. He was just Black Austin Powers. He wanted to shag raw, baby. Popped a couple woozy woos.
Nah, bro.
Had a little drink.
Nah. It was a power move because
Black Austin Powers.
That's funny,
dude. You gotta listen to other aspects of his life. Like he would say, he's such a fucking egomaniac that people would say that when
Austin Powers wasn't an egomaniac.
No. But Austin was in a playful, fun way. This guy was in a creepy way.
Because he was on TV and kids wanted to watch him and nobody wanted to get their movie rejected. But imagine Austin Powers behind closed doors out there, bitch.
All right, fair enough.
Wolf of Wall Street Powers is what you get.
But Austin Powers, like, here's one thing. Here's one thing that Austin Powers never did that Cosby did all the time. Is every time he went to a new comedy club, the first thing he would do is he would make the entire staff of the comedy club sit there and watch him eat. They would stand around, and watch him eat. It's a power fucking move. I'm telling you,
Well,
this
Bill
dude's
Cosby's kinda
fucking
crazy, you know?
No, he was doing that for 30, 40 years, like since back in the day.
Yeah.
So,
But why?
I mean,
For what?
because he wanted everyone to know that he was eating. He treats himself like a fucking king. He
Or
thinks
did he-
he's
or was
above
he afraid he was-
everybody.
Or was he afraid of
Gonna
being
be
poisoned?
No.
And he wanted to
And
see
he was
the
like, yo,
first,
who
the
can make
first
the face?
motherfucker to twitch. The first
Yeah, the first
motherfucker
that
to
makes the
twitch.
face.
We going in his mouth.
I mean, I
With a
think
couple of
maybe he
pills in the
was
drink.
afraid of being poisoned. He was poisoning a bunch of bitches, I guess. Maybe it's and he's like, somebody ain't gonna turn the tables on me. Nobody's gonna rape me here today, bitch. All right. Well, on that note, Zoe, is there anything else you wanna add? You wanna add to this conversation?
I don't know where to start. But I would definitely love to give my social media out. On Instagram, it's The Real Zoe World. Same thing with my Snapchat too. Zoe Johnson on Facebook. Yeah, man, just ready to start this year off pretty good. You know, it's been a blessing so far at the beginning, and just want to keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Well, I'll tell you what, brother. You have an open invitation to come back whenever you want. You know when we're here. You know we're in the studio. If your schedule permits, you just hit me up and let me know.
I would love to come back.
I love fucking shooting the shit with you, man.
Yeah, no, it's always dope.
It's a lot of fun. So yeah, anytime. And
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah. Miss C.
Yeah, Skitbags, man. Mr. C the Enforcer, aka Poppy Carlo on Instagram, Mr. C Force on the Twitters and shit. And just Google the rest of that. Fuck with the Ding Dong Show at the Comedy Store every Monday night at 10:30. Every Tuesday, you better watch motherfucking Dash Radio at 8 o'clock. Dash Talk, bitch, for the Skitbags. And always fuck with me all the time. One love. Kill somebody in the weekend.
Booyah.
Yeah. Anyhow, it's, your boy, Mr. Life of Neil the Great on Instagram. And fuck with GorillaFlix.com. GUERLL-FLIX.com. Make some music videos. Get it popping. Let's do this.
Get it.
And this is Sailor Dev. You can find me on Instagram at Sailor_Dev. And we got some projects coming up we're going to plug. First and foremost, y'all can check out Scrambled on iTunes. Did you say that already?
No, get it out. Scramble
All right,
movie.
Cool. Word, yeah. So go check that out. It's from the fam. Also in theaters, January 26th is The Clapper.
Yeah.
Starring our very own Mickey Gooch Jr.,
Get that clap.
Amanda Siegfried, Ed Helms, Tracy Morgan, and Adam Levine.
Yeah.
So go check that out in theaters at the end of this month.
I might be in the opening intro for that, dressed in a rabbit suit, looking like an idiot too, in opening credits.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
There you
I'm
go.
a Hollywood bum and shit, so it's like my real life.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's awesome. But yeah, if you want to tweet at the show on Twitter, we're at Skitbags Radio. And if you want to email us, share some love, share some hate, send us some nudes, you can go on down to Gmail and go at Skitbags Radio, or actually skitbagsradio@gmail.com. Sorry, I don't know why I fucked that up. But on that note, we're out. We're out.
Cheers.
We're out, guys.